Namaste and Lakach Jayom Guru. Hello again. Loving greetings to all of my dearly beloved brothers and sisters everywhere all around the world. Blessed we are to be coming together again to share in our dream spell astrology wisdom. And well, let's dive right into our energy traffic check. And so we start by grabbing our galactic calendar and opening to the 7th moon, the resonant moon of attunement, where we find we're in the last day of this moon. Let's check out what's going on energetically speaking. We know that, well, first thing we see is it's a galactic activation portal day. We are going through this first decagalactic, right? This first 10 galactic activation portal days. So we might be noticing a little extra energy. And so, what is the tone and the frequency that's going to tell us what is our energy signature for today? We see the tone is this bar. We call it Ho. Ho. The overtone tone today, right? Ho. And, well, it's the overtone tone of attunement. So, that is coming together today with MULUC, as we can see here on our calendar. Red Moon MULUC, so it's red overtone MULUC today. And so now that we've seen what these energies are separately, individually, now we're going to read about them in the back of our calendar, so that we can see what are we blending together, energetically speaking, to see what we're harmonizing with today. And, well, we find the 5th tone, the overtone tone of radiance, on page 6. And we see that this overtone tone of radiance has 3 key words. Well, with it being the overtone tone of radiance, well, then radiance is going to be one of the key words. The other 2 key words, command and empower, right? This is an empowering energy. And taking command of our lives, right? Our quote comes from the Mayan factor. The principle of the center is governed by the tone Ho, allowing for the order of tone can to move as the seasons move around a common solar center. Tone Ho is the principle of center which animates the world of form. Understanding the 13-tone wave spell as a sequence, an interconnected series of energies, the radiance of tone Ho amplifies the form structured by tone can. Measured and defined, form is secure and ready to be radiantly shared with the empowered expression of tone Ho. All radiance emanates from a center point. Every individual has a personal center, a place of strength and stillness in the core of one's being, a point of autonomy and authenticity, an inner sphere of fearless, egoless self-love. This center connects us to the Earth's center and to the core of the Milky Way, as well as to the spiritual heart of creation, our source. Living from a communion with this center establishes a holistic connection between our inner and outer worlds, bringing an overtone of empowerment to all that we do. Tone Ho provokes us to connect with our truth and radiate that knowing. Right? It is the tone of radiance, right? Well, when we are in command of our own knowing, that radiance expands into the environment and empowers others to discover and shine their truths. Tone Ho embodies the power of nonlinear radial time. The overtone tone Ho directs, focus on the heart of the matter. Navigate as though you're shooting a film out of sequence. We affect all aspects of our experience by centering in the ever-present now. Center the mind in stillness. Center the heart in love. And center the body in breath. And you will find you are centered in the cosmos. Right? You'll find that you are the center. You'll find that around your spine, all the universe is going around, spinning around you. It's the truth. And that's tone Ho, the resonant tone of attunement. Okay, next, we're going to want to take a look at what is the solar frequency part of our galactic signature. Now that we've seen one, we want to check out the other one. And, well, we see that our solar frequency is MULUC, Red Moon MULUC. And Red Moon MULUC has 3 key words: purifies, universal water, and flow. Right? Red Moon MULUC, it represents water, right? The raindrop, not just the moon, but also water and flowing, right? And how water purifies, right? And our quote, you cannot step twice in the same river, for fresh waters are ever flowing in, right? You can't step and make a footprint in the surface of the water, because the water's flowing, alive and flowing. The symbol of Red Moon MULUC appears as a beacon, a portal, inviting us into self-remembrance of what we are in our purity. Red Moon MULUC is a messenger of the ever-present opportunity to renew one's being, to rejuvenate, to cleanse ourselves, that we may be free of toxins, falsehoods, distortions, and disserving energies. Why? Well, to refine ourselves as clear vessels, to restore health and well-being. Perhaps the strongest forces of purification are gratitude and forgiveness, acknowledging the totality of our human experience as a divine gift, and remembering we are ever learning, innocent students of life. Isn't that what we all are? Well, the power of universal water invites us to call upon our fluidity, our adaptability, our resilience, and our ability to change states. Right? Isn't it that water can change states depending on the conditions, isn't it? Right? When it's a nice warm day, the water's flowing and it's nice, and then, if it becomes very cold, the conditions have changed. So the water changes to match those conditions, it becomes very hard and stiff and rigid, right? And if it gets very hot, right, well, then we're going to see that water evaporates and becomes vapors in the air. You can't see it, but it sure feels really muggy. You can still feel it. It's there still. It's just changed states. Flow, one of the key words, reminds us of the law of impermanence, asserting that change is the only constant in life. Right? The only guarantee we have is that it will change. Whatever it is, it's going to change. In a continual process of renewal and release, we cycle in phase with nature's rhythms. If we are resistant to the flow of life in its patterns as well as its unpredictability, we may encounter unnecessary stress or struggle, or perhaps overlook fresh opportunities presenting themselves. We can't control the river of life. Therefore, it's wise to yield to the momentum of the naturally arising circumstances. Water is the largest component of our planet and of our human bodies. And Red Moon MULUC advocates, hydrate your cells, bathe your bodies, cry your tears, claim your sanity. Go with the flow of your soul and circulate all of the wonderful and various manifestations of water, moonlight, oceans, clouds, and rainstorms. Water. May we honor this precious resource. Right? We need to have water. Without water, things would get pretty tough, right? Nothing could survive without water. So this is MULUC, the other half of our galactic signature for today. And well, now that we know the tone and the frequency and we've kind of seen what they're about separately, let's open our Cosmic Dream Spell Astrology Wisdom Workbooks to page 109, where we see that today's galactic signature is kin 109, 109 days in on this 260 days energy cycle that we call the Tzolk'in, right? And this is the layout of the Tzolk'in, all 260 days, right? Starting with day 1 right here, going down column by column, 20 days in each of these 13 columns. And we see, where are we? We're over here in this column, and we're working our way through these 10 galactic, this first set of 10 galactic activation portal days that I call a Deca Galactic, right? It's 10 Deca Galactic activation portal days. And we want to stay orientated as to where are we in this energy wave, right? Because if you don't know where you are in the wave, well, you're probably going to be going under the wave, okay? So we don't want to find ourselves under the wave. We want to be surfing that wave like, oh, it's such beautiful. Isn't it beautiful to see them surfing those waves? Well, our life can be beautiful like that, surfing these energy waves. If we know them, right? And practice doing it. Well, on page 109, we see that our galactic signature is Red Overtone Moon. Red Moon MULUC is coming together with the overtone tone called Ho on this galactic activation portal day. So today we say Ho MULUC HUNAB Ku. Ho MULUC HUNAB Ku. After defining the self-existing tone of form comes the radiant empowerment of the overtone tone of radiance. Red Overtone Moon, Ho MULUC HUNAB Ku, guides and teaches us to surf the tides of perpetual change by embodying the transformative powers of water in order to become balanced in the heart center of our essential being. All radiance flows from the heart center of our essential being. And red overtone moon, Ho MULUC HUNAB Ku, reminds us that when we are balanced in the heart center of our essential being, we naturally radiate outwards in all directions, transmitting intelligent vibrational energy in ever-widening energetic rings. Right? And we're not talking about a ring that just goes out like this, going out and out. It's a bubble kind of ring that's going out in all directions. Okay? All directions. Up, down, left, right, front, back, everywhere. Like a bubble of energy expanding. Now, these intelligent vibrational energetic rings are felt and perceived on many cosmic levels. Right? We see the stars' light, right? Well, that light has been traveling for millions of years, hundreds of thousands of years, millions of years even. Right? So if those stars are 100,000 light years away, it takes 100,000 years for that light to get to this globe. Right? Our vibrations are going out the same way, even if those rings are felt 100,000 years from now. 100,000 light years away. How powerful are you? Well, the correct command of our lives and resources is an expression of a centered state of being. Right? That means that if your life is going very well, you have full command of all departments of your life, the correct command of your life, well, that's a demonstration or expression of having your life together and in balance, right? If it's not that way, well, it's just telling you, well, we got some work to do. That's all, to bring it into balance, to get it correct. It's not a judgment call. Red Overtone Moon, Ho MULUC HUNAB Ku, encourages us to flow, flow, flow by activating our fluidity through focusing on the blessings of purification, right? Unless you purify, it just can't flow. There's blockages keeping the flow from flowing. We'll have to purify. Red Overtone Moon, Ho MULUC HUNAB Ku, invites us to anchor ourselves to the core of our essential being, our authentic self, so as to surrender ourselves to the ever-expansive surging currents of change. Through this discernment, we can rearrange, redirect, and quicken our existence. Right? If life's not going the way you want it to, you can rearrange it, redirect it, and send it speeding in the direction that you want it to go. New energies of wholeness and empowerment are offering themselves to be claimed and actualized. Let us cast our intelligent, radiant, vibrational energy out into the vast and unconditionally loving arms of our unseen Creator and receive back from our source unlimited inspiration, immeasurable vitalization, and unending ever-new sacred communications that are always moving through our human vessel, right? Through this human vehicle of ours that we're traveling through this dream of existence in. So that is Red Overtone Moon, Ho MULUC HUNAB Ku. And, well, now we want to draw and color together. Easy to draw, MULUC. It's a simple one. We make our square shape. We draw this protective barrier in here and make a circle. We're set, right? So simple, right? And we color it red. Well, because it's red moon, MULUC. And next to red moon MULUC, we're going to draw this bar like this so that we got Ho, right, the overtone tone of radiance, and we see it's conjoining today with red moon MULUC. We want to color this red as well today because we're in a 13-day energy wave spell known, right, that energy wave that we call a wave spell for 13 days. We're on day 5. And what's most important to remember is that it's red because it's an initiating kind of energy. It's not just pretty red. Although red is beautiful, isn't it? So next, let's fill in all these little blanks down here so that we can get intimately acquainted with this energy, and it's permanently in our consciousness without fatiguing memorization, right? So the first blank is the kin number. We mentioned it a couple times, kin 109. Where are we in this 260-day Zolkin cycle? We're on day 109. I want to write that in there. Next is the galactic signature in English so that we can remember it right off the top of our head easy. We're just writing it down, copying from the top of our workbook here. Red, overtone, moon. Red, overtone, moon. Next is how do we say this galactic signature today in the Mayan way of speaking? And, well, that's Ho MULUC HUNAB Ku. Right? We've been saying it, but we want to write it down. That way it's harder to forget it when you write it down. Next is the color and direction. Well, we said red moon, MULUC, right? So red, and red is associated with the east. Red east initiates, right? It's an initiating kind of energy. And we want to write the word initiates in right under where it says color and direction. So our blank says red east initiates. And we're writing it down. Every 4 days we're going to write that down. And in no time at all, it'll be permanently in your consciousness. So next we see that we have these 3 circles down here at the bottom of our workbook. The first one is the lunar phase, right? We're staying in tune with the moon to keep our life in harmony, right? The moon has an effect on us, right? We just mentioned earlier how the earth is mostly water, and we see how the moon pulls on the ocean to literally cause low and high tides. And so we're mostly water, the same as the earth. And so the moon is having an effect on us as well. So our life would be more in balance if we knew if we're going towards the full moon or we're going towards the new moon, if we're halfway there, if we're just starting. We want to stay in tune with the moon, right? So we want to color in this circle the way the moon looks, and, well, we want to write the word waning over top of this circle because that's what the moon is doing. It's waning. It's getting darker and darker. The light is waning, right? And we're on our way to the new moon. Right, we're getting close to it. And next circle is Galactic Activation Portal Day. Today is a Galactic Activation Portal Day. So we're going to want to do something in this circle here. Draw a little picture of something. Color it in. Just put a check. Whatever you want to do. Whatever is good for you. Because, well, this workbook, it's your workbook. It's for you to keep yourself in harmony. To get in harmony, stay in harmony until you won't need this workbook after a while. You'll just know what the energy is because it's kind of like tying your shoes. As you keep doing it every day, day after day, it just becomes natural and easy. And you can start to feel the energies and interact with them harmoniously. Our last circle here is Pocahontas Clear Day. It's not a Pocahontas Clear Day, so today we're not going to worry about that circle at all. We're going to move right on to our affirmation for today, where we see that we're utilizing 3 keywords: empower, command, and radiance, for the radiant tone of empowerment, Ho, right? And purify, flow, and universal water, for MULUC, red moon MULUC. I'm going to read through it 1 time, and then we're going to do it together 3 times. Today I empower in order to purify commanding flow. I seal the process of universal water with the overtone tone of radiance. Today I am guided by the power of navigation, and I am the galactic activation portal. Oh, my great and wondrous creator source energy, enter me. Right? Always on the galactic activation portal days, we add in that extra sentence. So let's do it together now, 3 times. Today I empower in order to purify commanding flow. I seal the process of universal water with the overtone tone of radiance. Today I am guided by the power of navigation, and I am the galactic activation portal. Oh, my great and wondrous creator source energy, enter me. Today I empower in order to purify commanding flow. I seal the process of universal water with the overtone tone of radiance. Today I am guided by the power of navigation, and I am the galactic activation portal. Oh, my great and wondrous creator source energy, enter me. Today I empower in order to purify commanding flow. I seal the process of universal water with the overtone tone of radiance. Today I am guided by the power of navigation, and I am the galactic activation portal. Oh, my great and wondrous creator source energy, enter me. Namaste and Lakach Jayom Guru. There we have it. Another energy traffic check complete. And we're just about ready to get on out there and start our day in the right way and take on these challenges and be victorious. But we might want to have a little guidance and wisdom from our guru, from his spiritual diary, to help us with this idea of inner renunciation, right? Letting go of things, our attachment to things, right? Today, Guru tells us that at heart, renounce everything, right? In our heart, in your heart, don't be attached to anything. Renounce everything and realize that you are just playing a part in the intrinsic cosmic movie, right? That's life, right? That's what life is, right? The intrinsic cosmic movie, a part that sooner or later must be over. You will then forget it as a dream, right? You'll forget it just like in your dreams, right? Just as, you know how when you wake up sometimes and you had a crazy dream, and well, later on you tried to remember that dream, you couldn't remember it. It was like gone from your mind as though it never even happened, right? Well, Guru's telling us that when we wake up from this dream of life, we will forget it as though it were a dream, right? The same way. Our environment produces the delusion in us of the seeming importance of our present role and our present tests. Rise above that temporal consciousness, Guru says. So realize God within you that God becomes the only influence in your life. Right? God should be what influences us, not these worldly things. If God is what's influencing us, then we're going to have a happy, harmonious life. And life's going to go perfect for us all the time. Not that there won't be challenges, just that we'll automatically know how to overcome those challenges without sorrow, suffering, and struggle. It'll be a wonderful adventure. Great advice from our Guru to help us live a more happier, harmonious life. And thank you, my dearly beloved brothers and sisters, for joining in with me again. God bless us all. Namaste and Lakach Chayom Guru. Let's get on out there and have a great day. I'm praying for all of you. And I'm not sitting around begging, saying, God, please help them. Please help them. No, 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 no. I am praying for you. I'm saying, God, thank you for guiding and protecting and watching over all of my dearly beloved brothers and sisters out there all around the world. Thank you all. God bless us all. Namaste and Lakach Chayom Guru. We'll see you next time. Let's get on out there and have a great day. Remember, this day was made for you, right? You were not made for the day. The day belongs to you. We just deciphered the energies of today. Now let's get on out there and be those fully empowered empaths that are, able to, change with whatever the circumstances are requiring. If we got to be rigid, we can be stiff and hard and strong if we have to be. When it's time to flow, we'll flow. And if it, you know the old saying, if the heat gets too hot in the kitchen, like the mist, we're out of there, right? Thank you again, brothers and sisters. Get a hold of me anytime. Be glad to elaborate on any of this cosmic dream spell or